So this is part 2 of question 13, a slightly different route to get to p equals 0. So in part 1, we looked at the actual diagram and then worked out it's symmetrical and therefore p must be 0. If you didn't spot that, then there's another way of doing this. So this part 2 concerns only how to get to p equals 0, and then the rest of the question will be identical. So let's have a look at the information again. We're told that it's center PQ. We're told that its radius 25, obviously it's a circle. And then the next set of information is it crosses the x-axis at -7 and 7. And the last bit is that q must be greater than 0. So let's have the general formula for a circle using center PQ. So that's x minus p all squared plus y minus q all squared is equal to 25 squared, which is 625. Now if you look at that, that uses the first bit of information, that's done. Second bit of information is here. Those 2 points exist on the circle, which means individually the x and y value must fit the general equation. The x and y value here and the x and y value here. So I'm going to do a substitution and put those values in. So let x be -7 and y is 0. If I did that, I would have -7 minus p all squared plus minus q all squared, 625. And then I would have, let's do the q first, that's easiest. And I would state that's -7 minus p all squared. It's not very tidy, but I don't want to manipulate it anymore for now. This is my equation 1. So if I use the second point, which is 7, 0, let x be 7 and y be 0. Do the same thing, substitute the x and y value in. That would give me 7 minus p all squared plus, same again, minus q all squared equals 625. Let's tidy this up. I'm going to keep it as that. It's q squared equals 625. This is my equation 2. Two equations. First thing that comes to mind should be simultaneous equations. Indeed, I am going to do that. So I'm going to do two take away 1. So I'm just going to rewrite this thing here. Not strictly necessary, but just like it's set out properly. Now, if you do 2 take away 1, you will have a 0 here and a 0 here. And all you have left on this side is that equals 0. You can see where I'm heading with this. I can find the value of p relatively easily. So let's do this carefully. Now, you don't actually need to expand it. You can actually see, hopefully, what cancels out, but let's do it properly. So expanding this bit will give me 49 minus 14p plus p squared minus 49 plus 14p plus p squared. All of that is equal to 0. Always be very careful when you get the minus sign. Minus 49 minus 14p minus p squared equals 0. That cancels out with that. That cancels out with that. I now have minus 28p equals 0. Therefore, p equals 0. And from then, you can pretty much carry on as if you are in part 1 of this video, and then you can get to the final answer.